I'm on a little early. I just thought I would pop in. I was like, it's a beautiful sunny day outside. It's gorgeous. We should just get going on stuff. So I hope that your week is starting off well and that you're having a great Tuesday. I thought the theme today would be a necklace, and I was like, what should we make? Well, let's pull out some beads that we got from our artbeads.com collection. So I thought I would pull out some fun crazy lace agate. I love crazy lace agate. It's really pretty purple, different colors. And the last few Tuesdays, I've kind of brought up, I need to put my wire down, brought up teacup beads. So they're fun, they're small, they're little, and they're great for like bead caps. Or you can kind of like blend them together. I'll like put the these up. Hello, Eric. So they're these cute little like curved Czech glass beads. And I just love them. I think they're great for so many things. I put them in a bracelet the last few weeks, and so I thought today I'd incorporate them in a necklace. So I got a couple of colors in purple. Hello, Kat. Hello, Hannah. And so, anyways, they do match the same colors in said crazy lace agate. So I was like, sweet. All right. So anyways, hello. Hi. Thanks for being here. I can read comments below if you're on artbeads.com. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, I will have to circle around and grab you and answer any questions you might have. If you have any questions about stock or items, just go ahead and send a message to the Artbeads team on artbeads.com. They'll get back to you as soon as they can. And if I can help you with anything, feel free to message me on Instagram or Facebook. So I'm going to flip the camera around so we can get started. Yay. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Can see how beautiful it is outside through my blinds. Yay, it's sunny out. I love it. It's gorgeous day out. I hope you guys are having a good weather wherever you are. Okay. So here we go. So I have my assortment of beads from Art Beads out. And here's a close-up for this one. It's, again, the crazy lace agate. It's really pretty diamond cut. So these I just saw this morning are sold out. So I put a different type of crazy lace agate on. It's a different shape, but it's the same color. So I thought it would work. You might just have to change the design a little bit. And I'm using these cute fire polish glass. They're called milky pink, but to me it's kind of a light purple, so I thought you could add it in there and it would blend in really well. And I'm going to use this guy for a pendant and just mixing in some different kinds of Czech glass so I can incorporate the gold color from the pendant. So if you end up using a gold pendant, I'm just kind of trying to mix some different gold Czech glass in, or if you go for silver, you can swap out your Czech glass for like a different metal coating on it. And then here's a close-up of the teacup beads. So I'm using two different kinds of purple, and I'm going to open this up so I can do a close-up of what they look like. They stack into each other too, which is fun. So you can use them as a bead cap, or you can stack them inside of each other as kind of like like a cone or something. I want to do a bracelet with these where I have lots of different colors together in like a rainbow effect or something. But they're just really fun beads. I really like them. Hey, Michelle. Yes, I've been bringing them up the last few Tuesdays because they're so much fun. So I'm not sure how I'm going to design this. I like to do design on the fly with you guys. Hello, Paulette. Where I just kind of throw beads out there and it ends up working out and looking great. So that's the fun too, is we can tell each other, what do you think and where should it go? And we just have lots of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and crack these open and just start putting something together. And these are really fun colors too. I really love purple crazy lace agate. I think it's really pretty because you got so many different colors in it, like pink and dark purple and light purple and all kinds of fun stuff. So here we go. So how's everybody's day going so far today? Hello, Hazel. How are you this fine, beautiful Tuesday? I hope that you are well. Okay. And gotta kind of separate these out a little bit. Woo, here we go. See, these fire polished glass beads, mix really well. Oh, thanks, Andy. Appreciate it. They mix in really well color-wise with these two. So that's great. And Michelle, please don't kill me. I'm going to add some 11 gold seed beads because I think these work great as spacer beads too. So, all right, I'm going to get out some teacup beads. These are a lighter color purple with some shimmer on it. I thought they would be fun to work with too. And then if you want, you can also mix in the darker purple. I pulled two colors so you can kind of pick what vibe you're going for. But when I'm holding these up together, honestly, I like the lighter color purple better. Plus it's, yes, hello. Plus I just like it because it's shimmery too. Okay, so I'm going to start by putting the pendant in the middle of my wire. And you can cut your wire as long as you want your necklace. Like if you want a 20-inch necklace, for example, I would cut your wire 21 inches. That way you have the extra ½ inch on each side to close it up with your wire guards and your lobster clasp. But for right now, I'm just going to put it in the middle. And I think, hello, Lisa. I think I'm just going to add some some seed beads first, and then we'll start building the stones around it. Because these are great. These kind of like fit underneath pendant holes too, so you can use these if you already have like a bail established on your pendant, and maybe spacer beads are too big to fit, and you just have like a little bit of space you kind of want to work in. Hello, Lori. Appreciate it. Happy Tuesday. I put those off. Okay. See if they go underneath. See, that's really fun. They'll fit right underneath the pendant there and give me a little bit of a gap to work with to add stones, because my stones are like 8mm. I don't want them too close to the top of the pendant. I want to have a little bit of a gap so the stone has room to fit in there, like so. Let me see. So I'm going for like 3 seed beads on each side. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to have like about that much space, maybe 1/4 inch on each side of the pendant. And that way when I add a stone, it's not going to smash in to the top of the pendant. So we have like the little bit of gap there, so that way they're not crowding into each other on each side, which gives me room to work with the stones and the pendant like so. And then I can just kind of float. So there you go. You have room to kind of maneuver around stuff. All right, sweet. So I'm going to establish some of those. And then I'm going to bring in some of these fun teacup beads to use as a little bit of a spacer bead, like so. And then if you want, you can have it just go directly around the stone. Or if you don't want to have 2 stones, you can bring in some glass here. You can mix it in with different types of Czech glass. I like this one too. And it also adds like a little bit of texture and just kind of mixes it up a little bit. Or if you don't want to use them, you can just keep adding stones. But I think I'm going to mix and match some of these. That way we have a little bit of different shapes that we're working with and different colors. Like that's fun. So I'm going to put one of the teacups here on the base of the Saturn bead, cosmic bead. There you go. That's fun. Okay, I like how that's going. There we go. And put one on the top of it, like so, and kind of cap it off, like so, and add one of those. Okay, we are getting somewhere. So I'm sorry my camera is not zoomed in closer. I'll lift up the project so you can see what I'm doing. It's kind of hard to zoom in. So I'm just kind of building some gemstones mixed in with the Czech glass. And I'm using the 11 seed beads as a spacer bead. And then you can do different colors of purple and gold to mix in with the pendants so they all kind of tie in together. And so since I have glass, I'm going to start mixing in some more stones. Hello, Karen. Are you guys having storms in Maryland? Oh, that's good to know. I hope they pass. I'm going to be heading back to Virginia in a week and a half. I am so excited to get back home. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to add in some more stones here and mix them up with seed beads as a spacer bead. And again, the fire polish I mixed in is a great color to mix in with the stones too, if you want to spread them out. Oops, I have an extra one on there. And also, again, to just kind of mix in different colors, different shades, different stuff. Here we go. Put in a fire polish one here. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that, Karen. That's not very good. Well, hopefully it passes soon and the weather gets better. So here's a close-up. So I'm doing 2 stones and I'm going to add a little sprinkle of fire polish in there so you have a little extra shape and some color. And the fire polish adds a little bit of sparkle too because of the faucets on there. It's really nice. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's like storming and raining where you guys are, and we have sunshine in the PNW, which hardly ever happens. Usually it's raining here, and it's it's sunny everywhere else. I actually don't. Yeah, that's kind of fun. All right, so I'm going to use one of the teacup beads here to frame in the this lavender bead and just kind of cap it at the top here just to kind of add a little extra again. And then I'm going to reverse it upside down this way on top going the other way. Why? I don't know. It's just kind of fun to do that. It'll nestle into the next bead all right. But actually, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So I'm just kind of designing on the fly with you guys. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of fun. All right, we're just going to roll with it. There we go. And again, if you guys haven't checked out the teacup beads, they are a lot of fun. Oh, it sounds like you have gorgeous weather in Florida, Kathleen. You're between DC and Baltimore. Oh, nice. I am in Alexandria, although right now I'm in Washington. My place is also in Alexandria. I'm kind of wondering what the weather is like there because you're not too far away from it. Okay. All right. So I'm doing this stone in the teacup and the glass seed bead here. And I'm going to do another stone, I think. 90 degrees. Wow, that is warm. That means the summer is getting ready to kick in down there in the South. Now, I lived in Mississippi for a year. I do not miss the humidity down there. Yes, parking is a lot of fun down there. It's like if you just want to go grocery shopping, you're like, gotta use a parking garage. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to do 2 stones and a fire polish next. Okay. I'm getting a little bit of a pattern here. I'm going to mix it between the stones and the fire polish and then also bring in every once in a while one of the Saturn beads or one of the larger Czech glass beads. That way we have a little bit of texture, but we're also incorporating a lot of the crazy lace agate. So... oh my gosh, $200 to park. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, that's crazy. When my other job in Alexandria, I think my parking was like $160, but they comped half of it if you wanted to use a parking garage, if you didn't want to use street parking. But even though street parking, you have to move your car every few hours or else they'll tow it. So sometimes I was lucky. I'd forget, but I was at a park, so nobody noticed my car was there for more than 2 hours. But yeah, the parking situation's a little crazy. And all right, so I'm using again the teacup beads to kind of frame in this Saturn one here. So it's just fun to add a little bit of extra color or a little bit of extra texture to a bead, or use it as a bead cap if you have a narrow ending, or if you have a really large hole bead. Teacup beads are great for those too, because you can close off the large hole and it won't fall off of your bead work as easily. So here we go. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that, LJ. Thank you. Oh, the train. Oh, the metro. Yeah, the metro doesn't go as far as where I live. It's like the other part of Alexandria too. So here's kind of a close-up. We have the pendants, and then I have the stones and the Czech glass kind of mixed throughout, so you have different shapes. And however, they're all the same vein of purple, so all the colors of purple will color coordinate, and you're just mixing in like different shapes. Thank you so much. Different shapes and stones and glass together. That way you can make the necklace longer without needing 2 strands of beads, and you're also incorporating different colors at the same time. So you have a little bit of more to work with here when you kind of mix in different shades of glass as well as stone. So here we go. I'm going to put this in. All right, so we're gonna do a stone here, and I think I'm gonna do another stone. All right, I'm trying to get a pattern to get it together here. So again, I'm just mixing in a few stones, and then I'm switching out to a Czech glass bead. And if you have a favorite you want to work with, you know, you can design it however you seem fit, however you seem to be better. But I'm trying to do kind of a pattern here. I'm going to switch back to the larger bead now, like so. And put the teacup beads around it, like so. There we go. And I'm just using 4 of them. That's what I had in stock. And also it's just, it centers out the necklace, so you don't really need more than that. All right, I need to get more of these teacup beads out. Like so. Yeah, I like the different colors of purple too, and it's great for spring. You know, if you want to wear something that's gold or purple, or if your favorite color is lilac, for example, with the lilac trees, then purple might really work for you and your outfit choices. And I'm going to do this. And this. Sorry, I'm just kind of like mixing in stones and the 11 gold spacer beads right now. This way. And I will add a picture of this to the Serious Art Beaters group on Facebook. That way, if you wanted to copy the same pattern, you can find it there and just look at the photo as a guideline as well. So what I have so far is I have a mixture of the stone and the Czech glass going throughout the necklace line here. And again, I'm using different shades of purple, and they all kind of match the crazy lace agate. So it's really nice and pretty. Oh yeah, rainbow jade and mookaite would be nice. Absolutely. Those would be pretty. And those would match the different colors of the teacup beads as well, because there's a lot of colors of teacup beads that are available on the website. I wanted to do kind of like a, what is the word? Where you mix the different colors to get like a rainbow, or like, I want to say monochromatic, but that's not the word. Ombre is what I'm thinking of. I wanted to do an ombre piece with the teacups. I'll do that next Tuesday. That way, I don't know if they have silver speckles in this particular shape available. They might. But if you use silver, I think that would work great with this silver pendant. Absolutely. If they don't have silver in the ones I'm demonstrating, they might in a different shape of Czech glass with some silver on it. I'm going to go back to the Saturn beads. Okay. This is fun. I'm developing a pattern. So I'm mixing in like some of the Saturn beads with the teacups as a frame. So it's like a bead cap top and bottom. And then I'm also using, here we go. Oh, that works great. Okay. And there we go. Okay, so again, I'm just mixing these teacup beads as fun little bead caps around the Saturn ones like this. So I left the one off this one. Whoops, let me go back and add that. And these are 2x4 millimeter, so they'll work great with different size beads too. Yep, 4x2 millimeter. So they'll work great as like a spacer bead if you wanted to just use the teacups kind of sprinkled in and throughout. And hello, Denise. It's okay if you're late. We're just glad to see you. Don't worry about it. You made it at all, which is very nice. And there we go. And I'm going to do 2 stones above this one. Like so. Okay. Great. We're getting somewhere. Like this is almost half done. And what's nice about this, if you purchase these beads, is if you have some left over, you can use them for some earrings and a matching bracelet. So you can have a nice jewelry set with the same blend of glass and stones together, and can make yourself a jewelry set. And there's quite a few beads here left over, which is nice. So even if you eliminated one of the Czech glass and kept on something else, you could still have a whole jewelry set. Okay, there we go. And then just a close up at this one. So again, I'm doing the Czech glass mixed in with stones in between, like so. Kind of a close up there. And then we go down to the pendant. So I think they're really pretty. Like this. Yes. LJ, they would match perfect. That is a good question. I think however you say that, Shority then. Those purples would work perfect because it's like the same color of purple in the Crazy Lace agate as what you're thinking. These Czech glass would match with those perfect. That is a great question. I actually have some. Let me pull some out really quick. I think somewhere. Okay, where is it? Aha! I have some right here. So I don't have very much, and I just dropped some of it, of course. Okay, so I'm holding some right here. And then if you look at the beads, yeah, those will match really well because the fire polish works. Let me see. The teacups match absolutely fantastic. Look at that. Those match really, really well. So yeah, I think you could definitely insert that bead in and do well for sure. For surezies. Okay. All right. I'm going to add a few more pieces here. I'm out of those. Yeah, I had pulled these to add, but you know, now I'm working on it. I don't need these, so don't worry about them. The purple together pulls enough in where you don't need those. And they also had the different shades of light and dark purple. And with just that little bit of a seed bead mix up and the teacups, you're doing really good. I don't think that you need the other glass beads. And I just realized down here I missed a spacer bead. Whoops, I gotta fix that. Okay, so yeah, I really like how this comes together with the different colors of the glass, and they match the stone perfect. So even if you subbed out for a different shape, the glass would still match really well. So I'm done with those. So I think I'm just going to add some more stones. And so you can decide too, like if you want to add more stones, less stones, more glass, and kind of sub in what you're looking for your look. This is fun. And like I said, I'll make sure to take a picture of it when I'm finished and post it on the Facebook group that artbeads.com has called Serious Beaders. And you can also ask any questions that you might have for any. We're all a part of the group, so we can see your picture or question pictures, whatever you want to post, and can help you out there too. So I just think using seed beads is a great way to have a nice way to have a spacer bead without investing in metal spacer beads if you're on a budget. And then also, they just add a little bit of a nice dainty splash, you know, of color to your project without being overwhelming, especially if you're mixing in different stuff. So I'm going to do one more thing of teacups here with my saucer beads. Oh, do you do 18-inch necklace? I do 20 myself. I find 20 is really good. I need a 20 for myself. It seems like I do 20 a lot, but 18 is good too, especially if you're a tinier person. Okay, I'm going to do one more teacup here around our Saturn. It's fun to do these little teacups around, you know, spacer beads too. It just kind of adds a little extra je ne sais quoi to your beading, a little more flamboyance. Okay, so I'm going to add some more stones and then I will be done with this. And then the exciting part, like I said, is you have stones left over so you can make a necklace and do the same pattern if you want it, not a necklace, make a bracelet, and then you have a jewelry set. And that's awesome because when you get beads to make a project, it's fun to have some left over so you can make a matching project. Or if you don't want to do a necklace, bracelet, you can do earrings. So that is also fun. Make some earrings to go with your necklace. Okay. How many get for one? Yeah, I would say one tube of these guys. These last a long, like you get a lot of beads in these. You can have so many projects with just one tube of these teacup beads. You get a lot for your money in the tube, which is nice. It's a great value and you can do a lot of projects with them. Okay. All right. So here we go. Like I said, I'm going to incorporate the stones in there throughout for like more, I'm going to use more of the stones in the glass, but you can mix in the stones in the glass together in however pattern you want. But it's 11-0 elegant, 11-0 seed bead. And I just have the different kind of glass mixed in here with, sorry, excuse me, with the stones. Yay, it's really fun. I love this color purple. I wish it was showing up a little bit. I hope it's showing up on camera. Yeah, get two of everything just in case Denise too. In case you're short a bead, you have another bead. Or if you want to make two necklaces, or if you find as you're going, you're like, oh, my bracelet's too small. I need to start over again. Whatever have you. But I would get two of everything just in case. Okay, I'm going to add two more beads at the top. And then I will add a clasp and we'll have fun crimping that one together. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I'm ending the necklace with 3 stones on each side. I'm going to scoot these over like so. And yeah, my pendant's gold because I need to clasp. All right. Sometimes I get questions too how I like store my stuff. I just use these cute little dividers and then just put like my crimps and clasps and stuff in one of the little guys here. I don't end my necklace with the seed bead because I don't want the seed bead to break, which will then at the end possibly adjust the length of the necklace or have your lobster clasp kind of fall differently. So I just put it directly onto the stone. That way it's more stable to support your lobster clasp and everything. So I'm going to take my wire through a wire protector. I like to use these because it preserves the life of the wire longer, and your jump rings and whatnot will fit through the wire protector here and will attach to your lobster clasp, and you don't have to worry about the wire kind of rubbing raw and breaking down over time. And I punch the 2 ends together, and then I'm going to use my crimping tool. I start at the back and crimp down first, and I'm going to rotate this, go to the front and crimp down on the front like so. And then you will have, oops, I'm knocking stuff around. Pinch off the extra wire. Dang, I'm making a mess here. Okay. You will have like a nice little hamburger look when you're done. Oops, I'm off camera, sorry. That shows you have a nice tight crimp. And then when I'm finished, I grab a crimp cover like so and cover it. That way it looks a little bit more elegant and it hides any potential crimp square lines that might scratch you. And there we go. So that side is finished. And I'm gonna do that. Okay. Yeah, that's a nice long necklace too. I want to just see how long I made this really quick while I'm thinking about it. Just in case we're all wondering. All right, so I'm at 11 inches. So 11 plus 22-inch long necklace. So you can add or take away beads as you want, depending on how long you want. But it looks like I made 22. So that is great if you like longer necklaces. So when I post a photo, I'll make sure to share it's a 22-inch long necklace. So that way people know how long to make it with the bead selections. Yeah, I love purple. It's such a great color. February birthstone color. It's just such a pleasant and pretty color. I like it. And I'm going to close this off. And like this. And again, I really enjoy using wire protectors just because it really helps keep extending the life of your wire. Like so. There we go. And I'm using a 6mm jump ring on each side. I'm also throwing jump rings at myself apparently. And using a lobster clasp like so. And this side. Okay, so here we go. You can add a jump ring to each side and your lobster clasp. Make sure it's nice and flush. There we go. And here, and voila, we are finished. You are new to beading. I wasn't quite sure how to use wire protectors. I'm glad I saw. Oh, I'm so glad I could show you, Stacy. If you have any more questions about it, feel free to let me know. That's great. Yeah, so these, some people call them wire guards. Mostly I see them as wire protectors. And you just take your wire and go up and around through and then bring the wire back through a crimp bead and crimp it down. But see how you want to put your jump ring through it? It really does help. That way you don't have your wire directly on the jump ring, which over time will make it fray and kind of fall apart. So it helps it stay nice and strong and just adds an extra level of security to your clasps. That's what it looks like up close. And then again, I'm just mixing a lot of stones in there with the Czech glass. So I'll take a picture of this when I'm finished and post it on the Facebook group. And I'm trying to get it all on the camera here so you can see how pretty it is. I think it's really pretty. I love purple and gold together. You know, it's football team colors. And it's just pretty. So here's a close-up. All right, I'm going to like flip my camera around really quick to get my glasses back on here. Whee! All right. There we go. And then here is a close-up of my face. Okay, so here's your necklace up close. It's really pretty with the different purples like so. And you got your medallion. So it's, let me see how it looks like it's on. Oh, and there you go. That's kind of what it looks like on. So this might be too long for some. Again, this is a 22. You know, if you did 20, probably come up a little bit higher. But anyways, here you go. So I hope you liked today's project. There you go. So close up of the pretty beads. I know, I want everything too, Carolyn. It's totally normal, especially when you're working with beads and jewelry, you know. So thank you so much for joining me today, everybody. I really appreciate it. And thanks, Denise. I really appreciate it. Janice, I'm so glad. Oh, is there a trick to putting crimp covers on? You know, if you want, you can meet with me outside of the video. I can spend some time with you if we want. When I do crimps, I use my chain nose pliers, and then when I put them on, I go around. I make sure my crimp sits right in the middle, okay? And I take my tool and I just kind of gently push all the way around the crimp cover to keep it rounded. So I just kind of like pinch down like this. And then I also kind of go around. Oh yes, make sure to get your items out of your cart before I close up with you guys. So I like go around. I kind of like pinch down and get it closed up a little bit. And then I kind of gently press around it. That way it's crimped down. It collapses in on itself, but it also stays rounded. Because you don't want to, hair in my face. You don't want to like push down on the crimp super hard and smash it and have it go like all over the place. So I just kind of like gently press it down. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. You can send me a message and I can like FaceTime you if you want outside of it. Because that way I can kind of show you in detail if you want a little bit slower going around it and stuff like that. But basically, using one here, I just kind of gently press around it with my chain nose pliers going around after I've smashed it together and gently folded it into each other. So it does this with the nice gentle rounding, and then I just kind of press around it. So anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for being here today. I really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your Tuesday and great rest of your week. And I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday on artbeads.com. And yes, thank you, Laura. Really appreciate it. And the other Laura, I also appreciate it. I hope you guys had some fun. And I look forward to seeing you next week. And take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.